Order in the court.
I'm doing a verdict watch out of Massillon, Ohio. This is about a 23-year-old young lady named Tiara Ford. She was arrested at her home after 4 p.m. on Thursday. She worked for a local facility that cared for elderly patients. It's called the Inn at University Village. She had been arrested for sexually assaulting elderly men and multiple counts of gross sexual imposition. If people were skeptical about Mrs. Ford, she recorded herself violating these elderly men. These men were in the age bracket of 80 years old to 90 years old, and most of them had dementia. So even if they didn't or couldn't remember what happened, again, she recorded it. Some couldn't speak, and due to their advanced age, some of these men that she preyed on didn't have the ability to consent due to their mental and physical impairments. And that's what she looked for. She started doing this nasty shit around December 1st, 2019 to December 4th, 2021. She had been under an investigation for 2 weeks. Now, I must say that everything in this video is alleged and solely the opinions of just me, yada, yada, yada. However, she told Detective McConnell that she admitted doing this. And, I mean, the recordings are right there. So, I mean, you really can't say, oh, that wasn't me. I mean, she's not Shaggy. He can only get away with that. So she did it. It's disgusting. I mean, I worked as of late last year. I worked to where I've been doing this kind of work for 12 years, to where I cared for the elderly. And a lot of them did have mental and physical disabilities. And anybody that does my kind of work or did my kind of work know that you do get attached to these people. Not like that. You know, I looked out for these people, and I used to always say the same thing, and I'm going to say it again, like they're older friends of mine that just need help. You know, at one time in my life, I remember saying I have 3 homegirls. One is 92, the other is 98, and the other is 104. And I really felt like they were my friends. They just needed a little bit of help. I mean, we watched Snap together. We ate potato chips together. They were like my friends. Was I sexually attracted to any of them? No. I mean, it's sickening what she did, and recording it. Very, very sickening. And I take that to heart because I did look out for them, and their children and other family members were so happy that I was requested a lot, that my time was really stretched until ultimately I just started taking care of my dad. So I couldn't imagine if I would have never sent my dad to a nursing home, number one, but I couldn't imagine him being in there and maybe he couldn't talk, or maybe he was in stages of, you know, Alzheimer's, and having this young chick take advantage of him, recording it, probably thinking it's funny, and exploiting my father, who no longer is, you know, the man that I knew him to be when I was younger, because he's gotten older. And I would try, oh gosh, I would have really wanted to hurt that damn girl had it been, you know, my family member. So I can imagine what people feel like knowing that she's done this. And I even read the comments that I love to do. People were already, well, very few, but were saying, oh, she's probably mentally ill herself. And don't start making excuses for this chick. She knew exactly what she was doing. I was also reading she may have had a boyfriend. Now, this is in comments. This has nothing to do with, you know, the sites that I'm going to have in the description box if you just want to go and see what they said. It has nothing to do with that. I looked in the comments, and they were saying how she may have had a boyfriend that put her up to it. It doesn't even matter. She did it. She did it. She had got sexual gratification from it. And it is very true. Predators come in all kind of races, age, and gender. They do. That's why I post these videos, because a lot of people don't understand that women can be sexual predators, even pretty women. Like this young girl, she's cute and she's a sexual predator, and she recorded it. Was she going back to her man and sharing these videos with him? I have no idea. But the case is ongoing, and we're going to hear a lot more about this. And I just feel so sorry for, the family members who put their loved ones in these places where they're thinking that they're safe, and they weren't. I mean, I posted a video a few months ago. Will leave that in the description box, about the male nurse that ended up impregnating one of the residents that stayed there, who was described as an attractive woman who obviously was ovulating at the time that she was being sexually assaulted. I want to say the R word because to me, the R word sounds more harsh, and that's why YouTube really doesn't want you to use it all that much. But that's what he was doing. And she ended up getting pregnant. And then the scary part is they say that might not have even been the first time she was pregnant. So it's like, what happened to that first baby? Because this is a woman who was, physically in her prime, but not mentally. So just terrible stuff. So there are predators everywhere. Different ages, different colors, different genders, and they're just waiting for their opportunity. Just be careful out there. So yeah, another case that I will definitely be following, and she needs to be punished to the full extent. Like we do these men. We don't need to take pity on females because they're female, or because they're young, or because these men didn't know what was going on because they were mentally ill. That's even worse. She took the most vulnerable ones. She's not going to do this to a 35-year-old healthy man who can fight her off if that's what he wanted to do. She's not going to do that. That's why these men and these women take advantage of people who can't fight back mentally or physically. This case is sick, and justice for all the men that she sexually violated. I said what I said.